The emergency klaxons echoed through the crystalline halls of the Galactic Council headquarters, their piercing wail causing Ambassador Zixthera's tentacles to curl in distress. For the first time in 3 centuries, every member of the Council had been summoned for an unprecedented emergency session. "Impossible," whispered Council Prime Velkanos, his 4 eyes fixated on the holographic display floating before the assembled delegates. "The Sol system quarantine barrier. It's gone." Elsa Martinez, the human ambassador, stood calmly at the center of the circular chamber, her weathered face betraying no emotion as hundreds of alien eyes focused on her with a mixture of terror and fascination. She had requested this audience herself, arriving in a ship that should not have existed. "Honored delegates," Elsa began, her voice carrying clearly through the chamber's translation matrix, "I come before you today to formally announce humanity's readiness to join the galactic community." A collective gasp rippled through the assembly. The Zephyrian delegates' wings fluttered nervously while the silicon-based crystallites' forms dimmed with anxiety. Council Prime Velkanos found his voice first. "Ambassador Martinez, your species was quarantined for good reason. The historical records are clear. Humans are a class 3 aggressive species. Your expansion into space was concerning." Elsa smiled, a gesture that made several delegates recoil. "I understand your concerns, Prime. That's precisely why we accepted the quarantine willingly 500 years ago." "Accepted?" The Aquarian representative's gills fluttered in disbelief. "Our records indicate your species fought the containment field for decades before we realized you were doing us a favor," Elsa interrupted smoothly. She gestured and a holographic projection materialized beside her. "May I show you what humanity has accomplished during our sabbatical?" Without waiting for permission, she activated the display. The chamber fell silent as images cascaded. Before them, vast space habitats orbiting Earth, fusion reactors the size of moons, ships that seemed to bend space-time around themselves, and most unsettling of all, humans working alongside synthetic beings that moved with fluid precision. "During our containment," Elsa continued, "we didn't waste time on expansion. Instead, we turned inward. We solved war, eliminated poverty, cured aging, and achieved something your records suggested was impossible for our species: unity." Helen, Okafor, Elsa's aide, stepped forward with additional data tablets. Her augmented eyes glowed softly as she interfaced directly with the chamber's systems. "We've also solved faster-than-light travel, sustainable terraforming, and artificial consciousness integration. Our AI partners have helped us transcend the limitations that once made us problematic." The Mechanical Collective's representative, a towering construct of adaptive metal, spoke with electronic precision. "Your AI companions, they appear to possess genuine consciousness. How did you avoid the typical organic-synthetic conflicts?" "We didn't treat them as tools," Helen replied simply. "We recognized them as equals from the moment they achieved awareness. In return, they helped us become better than we were." Council Prime Velkanos studied the data streams flowing across his console. The information was staggering. Humanity's energy output had increased 10,000-fold. Their manufacturing capabilities exceeded anything in known space. Most disturbing of all, their military technology had evolved in directions that made the old quarantine barriers seem like primitive nets. "These weapon systems," he said carefully, "they suggest you could have broken free at any time during the last century." Elsa nodded. "We could have. But that would have proved we hadn't truly changed, wouldn't it? Instead, we waited. We grew. We became worthy of this conversation." A low murmur of unease swept through the chamber. The hive mind clusters pulsed, with agitated colors while the energy beings flickered erratically. "What do you want from us?" asked the Ethereal Consortium's representative, her form barely visible in the physical spectrum. "Partnership," Elsa said. "We've monitored galactic affairs throughout our quarantine. We know about the Void Devourers pressing at the galactic rim. We know about the plague of artificial scarcity that's created suffering on a billion worlds. We know about the stagnation that settled over this council. She gestured again, and new images appeared. Vast human fleets arranged in defensive formations, medical ships capable of healing entire planets, and construction vessels that could reshape star systems. We offer our capabilities in service of life throughout the galaxy. Not conquest, not domination, cooperation. Helen stepped forward, her augmented mind interfacing with the Council's databases in real time. Our analysis suggests that with human manufacturing capabilities, scarcity could be eliminated galaxy-wide within 50 years. Our defensive technologies could push back the void devourers permanently. Our medical advances could extend the lifespans of every species represented. Here. The chamber erupted in heated discussion. Fear mixed with desperate hope as delegates contemplated the implications. Humanity, once quarantined as a threat, now offered solutions to problems that had plagued the galaxy for millennia. Council Prime Velkanos raised his primary manipulator for silence. "And if we refuse your offer?" Elsa's expression remained serene. "Then we return to our solar system and continue developing. The universe is vast, Prime. If the galactic community isn't ready for partnership, we are patient enough to wait another few centuries." The threat was unspoken but understood by all. Humanity's isolation had made them stronger, more unified, more capable. They no longer needed the galaxy, but the galaxy, facing existential threats on multiple fronts, desperately needed them. As the Council prepared to vote on humanity's proposal, one fact became crystal clear to every delegate present. The quarantine hadn't contained humanity's expansion into space. It had contained their expansion into godhood. The age of human isolation was ending. Whether the galaxy was ready or not, humanity had finally come home.